All right, 5 minutes. Good morning. Happy December. It's my last month of saying that I'm going to make daily YouTube journal posts and probably not actually being able to do that every day. But today's post is interesting because I woke up this morning and this is actually I think it's 7 a.m., which is a bit earlier than I normally wake up in the morning. I usually get up about somewhere between 7:30 to 8 a.m., maybe even a little later, because my sleep schedule is just all over the place. It's hard for me to go to bed early, and so I stay up late some nights. But this morning I got up at about 7, and I started watching this YouTube video about this guy. And the title of the video, it's actually on my TV over there, I'm reading it, is I actually tried chasing my dreams for 365 days. I actually tried chasing my dreams for 365 days. And the video is really well photographed, really well shot. Just the lighting, the colors. You can tell he put a lot of it's quite a production, actually, even though it looks like it's just, some artsy dude, making a little film. It's actually really well produced, and I can tell he spent a lot of time on it. And it tells the story of him trying to commit to personal projects for a year. And it's interesting because one thing that he brings up that he decides to do is make a YouTube video once a week for a year, and immediately mentions how hard that ends up being. The thing I noticed that is much harder about what he was doing than what I've been trying to do is that he's making these highly produced, highly edited, highly stylized personal journal posts. It's very different than what I'm doing here. So of course, that's going to be difficult. To do that once a week is an incredible amount of work. I mean, what I'm doing here with this video is the least amount of work I could possibly do for a video post. I literally just hit record on my phone, my iPhone, throw it into Adobe Rush, do almost zero editing. I've got a title and everything already set up, and I export it. I mean, the whole process of doing this, if I actually stick to 5 minutes, is maybe 10, 15 minutes at most from recording it now to posting it. And even that, even it only taking 10 or 15 minutes a day, it's hard to do every day. It's hard to feel like I have something interesting that I want to post on a video. It's easy to put it aside. A lot of days, what happens for me is that I wake up, I've got my tea, I maybe watch some YouTube, and then I'm getting messages for work and I'm working. And that becomes a priority, and I'm focused on that. And that focus can suddenly it's 4 p.m. and I'm tired of sitting in front of a screen. I'm tired of thinking of working. And the last thing I want to do is now make a YouTube video. So it just gets pushed off I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know if that's this guy's situation so much. I assume it is. By the looks of his video, he's a professional, so he probably has an actual job as well as his personal project. And I think I just wanted to share this as a post for myself to look back on later, because it was, I don't think encouraging is the right word, but I appreciate seeing this, because sometimes it's easy to feel why is it so hard for me to do these kind of things in my life? Why is it so easy for me to kind of fail, or feel like I'm failing or giving up on things that seem like they should be easy? And I think that the truth of this, of this meaning like, say, a project that I set out for a year to do, is that it's not ever as easy as I or anybody else makes it think. I mean, I've done my best to make this as easy as possible. I don't think it could be any easier. So it's not that creating a video and posting it is hard. It's the invisible things about that process that are really hard to identify in the process, that are the hard things. And they're hard also because they're hard to point a finger at. Like, well, what is the actual problem? Why didn't you post a video every single day for a year? I mean, if it's just 10 minutes, I mean, bro, are you just lazy? And it's like, no, there's something else in there that's a bigger challenge, that's harder, that's really hard to identify. And I could say things like, man, coming up with an idea, or even something like motivation, staying motivated and energized to do something that's not, let's say, doesn't feel like it's working well, or is it going well. The other thing I noticed about this guy's video is he mentions how he doesn't really get the reaction. He doesn't really get the views. It's his project of documenting his life and making highly polished videos that are like really beautiful and really watchable, and spending time on making sure that he does it really well, does not result in him getting a whole lot of views and subscribers necessarily. So I think that's also something that I think a lot of people make a mistake with, that he's identifying, that, just because you make something beautiful or you spend a lot of time perfecting it does not mean that it's going to be successful. It does not mean that everybody's going to like it, everybody's going to subscribe. I mean, because I'll have that thought in my own mind sometimes about this project, like, well, okay, yeah, nobody's watching and most of my videos get like one view. I mean, like, how dim is that? And maybe it has something to do with like, maybe my video not being polished enough, but that's completely not true. I mean, my video, the background here, I got plants, I got a nice room. It's as nice as many well-watched podcasters frame. So that's not what it is. It is something else. And even if I don't put a lot of time and energy in making sure that like my topic is, something that's going to be promoted by YouTube, something that a lot of people are going to be searching, something that a lot of people are really that interested in, which is probably the main thing. Like if I really wanted my channel to be watchable, and I wanted to turn this into something of like, I wanted to grow subscribers or whatever it is, then that would be something I'd have to really pay a lot of attention to. But I'm not doing that at all. But the caveat is that I'm watching this guy's video. This video, though, the 360 days or whatever, actually has done very well. It's got like a million views. So, I mean, maybe all that painful process of experimenting, I mean, all of that got him to a place where he could make one fire video that gets a million views, and now there you go. But what was my point? I don't remember. It's encouraging to see that, you're not, you could just because you are doing something that nobody's paying attention to does not mean that you're not doing a good job. It does not mean that it's not interesting. It doesn't mean anything other than the fact that the world of media, like YouTube and all the social channels that people like me and probably you are using is just imagine a giant warehouse party packed with hundreds and hundreds of creative people, and they're all trying to get the spotlight shined on themselves. They're all trying to do something interesting that gets noticed. Hundreds of people in the same room, and all fighting for everybody else's attention, but all those people are also fighting for attention themselves. That's what I feel like the situation is. And so, man, to stand out in that situation takes a lot. And it takes a lot more than just being like cool, good looking, interesting enough now, because the room could be filled. I mean, I go to parties, the room's filled with cool, interesting, good looking people wearing interesting things. And you can miss all those people just based on what corner of the room you're in, and I think that is analogous to what we're all experiencing on social media these days. Yeah, so that's my Wednesday morning post thought dump, if you will. I've got one more month of this, and yeah, I've been reflecting a lot on it, and I'm just gonna keep going as I can. Happy Wednesday.